Welcome to Logical Ayurveda. Today we are going to see about Gugulu Kalpanas, Panchamrita Loha Gugulu. This is also very less used in South India when compared to North India. Before going to it deeply, we have to understand the prakarana in which it is indicated. It is indicated in Mastishka Roga Prakarana of Bhaishajya Ratnavali. So, in Mastishka Roga Prakarana, you can understand it in both ways. Like it is indicated in Urdhva Chaturgata Vyadhis, number one. It gives strength and support to the nadis, like it to the brain, to the nerves. It acts as a strengthening agent. So, analyzing the composition of the Panchamrita Loha Gulu, it contains one part of Parda, one part of Gandhaka, one part of Sarnamakshika, one part of Raupya, Abraka, and Loha Basma. Gugulu, which is processed in Katutaila, Sarsaputaila, which is Ushna and Snigdha in nature. It contains Raupya, Swarnamakshika, Loha Basma, and Abraka Basma. They are all at a particular nature. They are all Vrisha in nature. They are Brahmana and they are Rasayana Dravyas. It is not Stula Brahmana as such. It does not increase the weight of the patient. It is Sukshma Brahmana. It gives Nadi Balya. So it is a Ushna Snigdha Yoha. Before moving on, let me make sure that Mahayogaraja Gugulu, Panchatikta Grita Gugulu, and this Panchamrita Loha Gugulu, all are Ushna Snigdha in nature, but all Kalpanas different because of the mode of the action. When it comes to Mahayogaraja Gugulu, the mode of action is Sandhi Majjagada. When it comes to Panchatikta Grita Gugulu, the mode of action is mainly on skin and Asti. So when it comes to Panchamrita Loha Gugulu, the mode of the action is mainly on nerves and Urdhva Chaturgata Vyadhis. So this is the difference. All these three are Ushna and Snigdha. All these three contains Rasayana Dravyas, but their mode of action and specific indications are different. That is how you differentiate. So where and all it is indicated, you can give it in Vata Vikaras mainly. Wherever Nadi Balya is needed, wherever the pain is due to neurological origin, the pain is due to radiculopathy, the pain is due to nerve infringement, like in cervical disc bulge and cervical spondylosis, and in lumbar spondylosis, you can prescribe this. Wherever there is a nerve infringement and radiculopathy, and because of that there is a radiating pain of the nerves. For example, in cervical spondylosis, the pain will radiate from neck to hand. In such cases, you can prescribe, and in lumbar spondylosis, the pain Gridhrasi, the pain will radiate from lower back to the leg. In such cases, you can prescribe. Wherever there is a nerve tingling, nerve numbness, and radiating pain, wherever there is a nerve vein pain, in such condition, the Panchamrita Loha Gugulu is very beneficial. Along with the proper Anupana, it gives wonders. So, in headache also it is used, but the headache should be of neurological origin. I can give you an example. Because of trigeminal neuralgia, a person gets headaches. Some people, when they move on to cold regions, because a lot of the cold, headache increases. Like the nerves get so much of pain and tingling in the head. Such patients you can give headache because of facial nerve weakness. In that patients also, how facial nerve gets weakened? Because they would have undergone a dental procedure, and it was because of that it was not properly done, and the nerve root gets infected. Such patients will have radiating pain all over the face. For such patients, you can prescribe Panchamrita Loha Gugulu. Basically, you should see the neurological symptoms of the patient. Because of the nerve compression or nerve infection, something like that, they are getting tingling, or they are getting numbness, or they are getting pain. In such condition, you have to prescribe Panchamrita Loha Gugulu. That is a basic difference between Mahayogaraja Gugulu and Panchamrita Loha Gugulu. You specifically use it when the disease is related to nerves. So, in headache due to trigeminal neuralgia, or headache due to dental procedures infecting the nerves, and in tremors, you see Abraka Basma is very, very useful. Abraka Basma, Swarnamakshika Basma, they are very useful in tremors, very useful in tremors due to Parkinsonism and normal tremors where there is Shaya and you have to give something that is Balya in nature. In such condition also it is useful. So, choosing Panchamrita Gugulu gives very wonderful result only when you choose it with the proper Anupana. For example, you are prescribing it in cervical radiculopathy, like in cervical disc bulge and spondylosis. Make sure you prescribe it with the proper Anupana. In cervical spondylosis, you can use 3-4 Anupanas. Like you can use Ashtavargam Kashayam. Ashtavargam Kashayam is that basically Ashtavargam Kashayam is the indication is Sarvavata Roga. But you have to remember this, wherever you need to increase the blood supply to the particular part, you use Ashtavargam Kashayam. For example, in stroke also you use Ashtavargam Kashayam to increase the blood supply to the brain. So Ashtavargam basically acts on Urdhva Vyadhis like cervical and Mastishka Rogas, etc. So you can use Ashtavargam Kashayam along with the Panchamrita Loha Gugulu, or else you can also use Prasaranyadi Kashayam, which is basically same as Panchamrita Loha Gugulu. It is Sukshma Brahmana, and Prasaranyadi is particularly indicated in cervical radiculopathy where there is a pain in neck, that radiating pain extending to the hand. In such conditions, you can use Prasaranyadi along with the Panchamrita Loha Gugulu. But remember, Prasaranyadi is a very guru yoga, and you need to give some Dhanvantram Guliga or something else to digest better. You can add something like Shadharana, or you can add something like Dhanvantram Gulika to because this is in heavy kashaya, you can give some Deepana Dravyas, Pachana Dravyas to digest it. And you can also prescribe it with Servilon tablet, Panchamrita Loha Gugulu and Servilon tablet. Servilon is a patent medicine of Avian. It's a good choice. Servilon basically contains Ashtavargam Kashayam and Gandha Tailam mixed together. So you can also prescribe it with Maharaja Prasarani Tailam capsule or Tailam drops. It also gives good result in cervical radiculopathy. So you have to choose something that is Sthana Vishesha. Even though it is of same gunas, you have to give a perfect prescription. You have to choose something which is Sthana Vishesha in nature. In lumbar spondylosis, you can give it along with the Sahasradi Kashaya to reduce the radiating pain that is to the leg. And when the patient is so much weak, you can also prescribe it with Maharasnadi Kashaya. So many patients of lumbar spondylosis and sciatica come, they tell that there is a kind of shock that goes on between back and the leg. In such conditions, there is lot of tingling, and in cold season it increases. So in such patients, it gives beautiful result when it is used with Sahasradi Kashaya, or when it is used with Maharasnadi Kashaya. You can use Sahasradi Kashaya in Adyavata patients, like the patients who are a lot of Kaphaja in nature, very stula, they are very stout, and because of Kaphaja Nidanas they get like that. And wherever Brahmana is not needed, you can prescribe it with Sahasradi Kashaya. But whereas the nerve and tingling sensation is due to Dhatakshaya, the patient is very weak, you can prescribe it along with the Maharasnadi Kashaya in lumbar spondylosis. So in headache, just as I told, when there is a nerve pain due to trigeminal neuralgia, you can prescribe this Panchamrita Loha Gugula along with the Patyaksha Dhatriyadi Kashayam. And when you think wherever in any part of the body, when you need Brahmana, you can prescribe it with Bala Guluchadi Kashaya and Panchamrita Loha Gugulu. It also makes a very good co-prescription. The point is that you have to understand this yoga. Like before prescribing Panchamrita Loha Gugulu, you need to know the nerve pain, the tingling, the numbness, because the radiculopathy, they have pain. Immediate Gugulu that should come to your mind is Panchamrita Loha Gugulu. So when you see the black color, immediate Gugulu that comes to your mind is Panchatikta Grita Gugulu. When you see red color, the immediate Gugulu, Manjishtadi and Kaishara Gugulu. So we are doing your brain mapping to the students. Like at least tell something that is basically one word which they should connect to one particular yoga. I hope we have done our best, and we are wrapping up the sessions of Gugulu. So if there are any doubts in this, you can put it in comment section. We'll feel happy to answer.